tanks. Allied artillery has obviously found the position. Yeah, they found the range all right. And there goes the tanks engaging the bunker, engaging the concrete bunker with a direct hit there. Stug 3 manoeuvring to bring its gun to bear on the pair of M4 Shermans that have just come through the gap, followed by a third. And rolling onto the field behind the smoke, traversing along the hedge at the moment. A machine that's looking specifically for the German armour, that's the M36 tank destroyer. The armour have come on to engage not only the German fixed positions, the concrete bunker and the trenches, and the German tanks, but also rolling with them are M3, white M3 half-track armoured personnel carriers. They're going to be deploying their army. They're going to be deploying their army, their infantry, I beg your pardon, to advance with the tanks. Now, interestingly, tanks are very vulnerable to counterfire, particularly from things like the rocket-propelled Panzerfaust anti-tank grenade that the German infantry carried. So they will need infantry support in order to continue their advance. The infantry will be targeting the German infantry, while the tanks deal with the German armour and the fixed positions. Allied armour with artillery support bombarding the German positions, causing the Germans to fall back rapidly. You see some of the retreating infantry being caught in the open, not an ideal place for infantry when faced with armour. Along with the whites half-tracks, you'll see white scout cars.
Is that the British there?
And a number of the Dodge WC-51 and 52 weapons carriers. Tanks well supported by both support vehicles and armoured personnel carriers, so well supported by infantry as well. You can see what a difference smoke on a battlefield makes. It makes it very difficult to engage targets, simply because you can't see them until they're right on you.
They've got one there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now you can see on both the right and left flanks, the infantry have deployed from the armoured personnel carriers. They're moving forward using the armoured vehicles as cover. Now, infantry tactics haven't really changed much since the Second World War, and what you're seeing here is basically advance using the armour as cover, because at the end of the day, a tank only holds the ground that the tank is sitting on. If you want to take and hold a position, you need infantry to do it. Now you can see what happened at the Falaise Gap on a smaller scale here. The Allies advancing on 2 fronts to form a pincer movement to take both ends of the German defensive position at the same time. It looks like one of the Allied tanks has been hit there. The Stug 3 really coming into effect. Engaging the Allied tanks on the left flank. those of you on the back to the left of the battlefield as you look at it, the infantry advancing towards you are Leicester's own. They are your home boys, so as they get in range, give them a big cheer. Leicester's own leading the infantry advance down the left flank as you look at it at the moment. Whilst the German infantry and the German armoured car retreating in the face